You always got these like Madam Speaker, Madam President outfits. How do you do it? That's what I took on Monday. I dressed up.
No, I saw a TikTok that really like encapsulates it. It was like, oh, like before being an intern and being an actor, and it really does. It really does.
Is that a bad thing? Because I feel like you stand out.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I see other student government, and like they don't, and I'm like, like I'm trying to lock it. I'm trying to lock it.
That's what you ever hear the saying? You can never. Let me see if I remember this. You can never. Yeah, you can never be over. You never be overdressed. Only ever underdressed or something like that.
Yes, I've heard that, and I
There's
don't
no
care.
such thing as overdressed.
Honestly, I'd rather be overdressed. Now I can't imagine coming to today. I was like, dang, I'm low-key tired. My feet have so many muscles on them. That's my heels like everywhere. And I'm just like, you know what? I don't care. I'm gonna dress up.
That's why, like, I usually like this is just what I wear at work. So I should come here.
Yeah.
But sometimes, like, I will change to something similar. But
Yeah,
it's just that's what my wardrobe is.
Yeah. No, and people will be like, are you I won't let you like, no. This is me. Like, what do you mean? I woke up like this.
Straight out of bed.
Straight up.
Hi, everyone. We're going to get started, so please return to your seats. Okay, I call this meeting to order at 7:02 p.m. Land acknowledgement. UCF Student Government acknowledges that the University of Central Florida is located on the traditional lands of the Ice, Appalachee, Calusa, Timucua, and Tocobago tribes, as well as the Seminole Tribe of Florida and the Miccosukee Tribe of Indians of Florida. Roll call and verification of quorum. Vice Chair Trejo Hernandez.
Luke Paul.
Present.
Anna Reed. Olivia Smith. Present. Gabriel Casimiro.
Present.
Eric Callis.
Present.
Issa Riza. James Capinos.
Present.
JC Lim.
Present.
Levi Son.
Present.
Sasha Savitka.
Present.
They're longer senator. Ni Chao. Shivi Jane. Owen Sherman.
Present.
Danae Smith.
Present.
Ashad Ali. Melvo D. Ibizian Malik. David Horwella.
Present.
Jason Hamid.
Present.
Brian Kaufman.
Present.
Nicholas Lucht.
Present.
Jordan Metellus. Darren McNulty. Peter Wakase.
Present.
Samara Rose.
Present.
Grace Rudy. I'm here. Kiba Al-Karak. Terry Fawcett.
Present.
Nathan Rickett.
Present.
Zachary Gaudio. Kushi Chauhan. Bobby Escobar.
Present.
Sachi Magagdia.
Present.
Rose Rodriguez. Katrina Wajan. Hashim Hassin.
Present.
Corson Green. Dino Wynn.
Present.
Anthony Bonaventure.
Present.
Veronica Perez.
Present.
Halima Okuda.
Present.
Albanesh. Jocelyn Candarillo.
Present.
Kirsten Quartz. Victoria Jones.
Present.
Angelique Leon. Abby Matthews.
Present.
Isabel McRae.
Present.
Spurshi Mershureva. Cameron Renda.
Present.
Murray Colony. Maria Simmons.
Present.
Mila Terescu.
Present.
Juan Varela.
Present.
Julia Zevin.
Present.
Jordan Libner.
Present.
38 out of 54. Quorum is verified.
Alrighty. Is there a motion to approve last meeting's minutes? Is there approval to? Is there a motion to approve this meeting's agenda? All right. Is there anyone here to speak in open forum? All right. Seeing none, announcements from the student body president given by Vice President Benitez.
Good evening, Senate. This is Lucy Blanco's report. Good evening, Senate. I apologize for not being able to attend this meeting. This week, I participated in the UCF PD tour. I also attended the Florida Student Association meeting where student body presidents met to discuss student initiatives across our state. I also participated in Downtown Day, which was planned by our Governmental Affairs Coordinator, DeMarco. We also had an athletics partnership meeting and an athletic experience meeting to brainstorm how to make game days more fun and memorable for students as we come to the conclusion of the football season. Thank you so much, and please do not hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns. And there are a couple of appointments. So Lucy hereby appoints Ray Esteves, don't know how to pronounce it, for Election Commission seat 11, and then Sydney Rhodes for Election Commission seat number 1.
Are there any questions that the Vice President can answer? All right, seeing none. Also a reminder to all senators, whenever anyone's up at the podium, please lower your laptops and please give them your full attention. Announcements from the Student Body Vice President, given by Vice President Benitez.
Good evening, Senators. I hope you've had an amazing week. First off, I want to congratulate Senator Metellus on being crowned the Nets UCF Homecoming King. I know you represent and serve the title well. I wish he was in the room. At least we kept it in student government this year, period. This week, we participated in UCF Downtown Day, and I want to give a big congratulations to Governmental Affairs Coordinator DeMarco for planning such a great event. We also had an opportunity to tour our own our own police department here at UCF and learn more about the ways we want to continue our partnership with them. And then October's ADSB meeting will be next Thursday at 11 a.m. virtually. And have a great weekend.
All right, are there any questions for the Vice President? All right, seeing none. Comptroller's report, also given by the Vice President.
Alrighty, this is Comptroller Drinkwater's report. Good evening, Senators. I apologize for not being able to attend tonight's meeting. The Student Government Finance Office has been actively conducting audits and will be reporting its findings soon. As of the latest update, the CRT account balance is $264,927.36 with a reversion rate of 0.00%, and the FAO account balance is $130,374 with 73 cents with a reversion rate of 0.09%. Thank you for your time, and I look forward to providing any additional updates once audits results are finalized.
Any questions that the Vice President can answer? All right, seeing none, thank you. Attorney General's report, AG Altoona.
Good evening, Senate. I hope everyone is having a great week. I'm continuing to work on 3 opinion requests, so I apologize to the SG agents who submitted these requests for the delay and for the longer turnaround as I just finished all my midterms. I've also been working to finalize an impartial advising case with the justices, and today the LGBTQ plus caucus partnered with the LGBTQ plus services to host our Queer Market Day. Thank you to all the SG agents who attended to support, and shout out to our amazing chair, Banesh. They are currently not here, but I wanted to acknowledge the hard work that they have put into the caucus in this event. Lastly, Shane and I are making progress with the webmasters on changing how to upload minutes. I'll be making a more formalized announcement in the general Teams channel, but from now on, I need everyone to make a slight few changes to the current process on how we're taking minutes. So before you submit minutes to me, Chantel, or Shane, please make sure that there are no spelling errors and that you are writing complete, coherent sentences. I also personally use Grammarly and Word Spell Checker as helpful tools. Also, please submit minutes in PDF format going forward. This is going to prevent anyone outside our organization from editing Word documents and just streamline the process overall, because that's how the webmasters prefer the documents. And unfortunately, I won't be in the office next week because I am visiting family from South Florida who are traveling from abroad. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns, and have a great weekend.
Any questions for the AG? Senator Leone.
Present voting.
Senator Leone, President voting, so noted at 7:10 p.m. Any questions for the AG? All right, seeing none, thank you. All right, Cabinet Forum, Governmental Affairs Coordinator, given by Coordinator DeMarco.
Good evening, Senators. This month, I really focused on planning and executing Downtown Day with our community partners in downtown Orlando. On this day, we were able to gather important information to help us going into day at the Capitol and continue to foster our relationship with OPD, Gray Robinson, and City Hall. Sorry, a little sick. In addition, Day at the Capitol applications close tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. And I'd love for you all to apply so we can have a diverse cohort representing UCF this year in Tallahassee. Thank you for your time.
Any questionnaires for the GAC? Yes?
Could you tell us a little bit about the UCF Student Government Proclamation?
Yes, so we had a proclamation made in favor of UCF student government on Downtown Day. It essentially just went over our budget, everything that we fund at the university, and all the services we provide to the UCF student body.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, thank you. Director of Communications, given by the Chief of Staff.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. We had some great events this month. Congratulations on a successful Black Business Showcase and an amazing Queer Market Day. If you need anything comms related, please make sure to head to ELA Reed. She will be most effective and helpful in providing comms help for the legislative branch. Have a happy and safe Halloween.
Any questions that the Chief of Staff can answer? All right, seeing none. Are you also giving the Director of Student Affairs report?
Yes.
All right, Director of Student Affairs, also given by the Chief of Staff.
Alrighty. Hello, everyone. Over the past month, I hosted a meeting with our coordinators from the Division of Student Affairs to review recent events and discuss strategies for success in their ongoing initiatives. I've also been working on planning additional details for Winter Wonderland and coordinating volunteer efforts to ensure that the event runs smoothly. In the coming weeks, I'll be reaching out to our SGLC coordinators, hey guys, to collaborate on securing volunteers and providing support where needed. As always, please feel free to reach out if you have any questions regarding me or our incredible coordinators.
Any questions that the Chief of Staff can answer? Yes.
I'm not sure if you'll be able to answer this, but it's pertaining to Winter Wonderland. I know years prior, excluding last year, they had an ice skating rink. If I remember that correctly, is that something that there's been talked about having that this year, or have we got any information on that?
Can you go to Julie?
Yes.
Okay, so for the attractions, they're finalizing everything just because location might end up switching this year just due to the grass on Memory Mall. So we're trying to finalize all the attractions, but the ice skating rink will not be coming back, unfortunately. When it happened 2 years ago, it was quoted for us for 50 people ice skating on the rink, but then whenever they presented it to us on Winter Wonderland and they actually were using it, it was for 50 little kids. And last time I checked, I'm not any little. I don't think anyone else is little in this room. But if you are skinny, so that's why we're not doing any of this ice skating rink anymore.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, seeing none, thank you. Also, Chief Justice Pizzaro, I'm so sorry. Is there a motion to move back to open forum? All right. We have a guest here to speak to us.
They say you're supposed to clap until the person gets to the mic, and you're supposed to talk. If you ask somebody a question and they're chewing, you're supposed to talk until they swallow it so that it's polite. So thank you for doing that, everybody. My name is Dr. Adrienne Frame. I'm the Vice President for Student Success and Wellbeing here at UCF. Thank you so much for what you are doing as leaders in Senate. To our fantastic leadership, thank you for what you are doing to help lead this group moving forward. I had a great conversation with Pro Tem Hamid and Speaker Quartz the other day. We really had a great opportunity to dialogue together and continue our relationship with each other. I am a huge supporter of this organization, huge supporter of our students. I'm so proud of the things that you bring each and every day. Your ideas, your energy, your experience, your thoughts, your criticisms, they make us better and they help to move this community forward in meaningful ways. So thank you for this. Student Success and Wellbeing continues to be focused on transforming student aspirations into achievements and empowering students to thrive. And you know that when I come, I'm talking to you about the fact that our students defined thriving on this campus through the BEAM Foundation and our BEAM framework: belonging, engaging, achieving, and meaning. Senate lives that every single day. Senate gives you an opportunity to belong to something bigger than yourselves, to engage with each other, to engage with the deans that you serve, to engage with the constituencies that you serve, to listen to the people that you are voting, whose vote you hold. It's not your vote, it's theirs. It's not your perspective, it's the collective perspective of the people that you represent in the seat that you're sitting in. That engagement, the achievement, the opportunity to see the things that you are doing, the relationships that you are building together, the coalitions you are forming, achieving together, the ways that you are transforming this campus each and every day through the work that you're doing for the students here at UCF. And of course, I hope that it means that you are also developing a sense of meaning. I hope you sit in these seats each and every Thursday, engaged, ignited in your joy and excitement for what may come out of this body, what the dialogue may bring, what the debate may bring, that it sustains you. I want you to find that here in Senate, and I want you to find it at UCF. Our goal is to help you to have the kinds of skills, the skills that you are building in this chamber are key, durable skills for your career. Career readiness starts right here. How to have spirited dialogue, how to listen to people whose ideas you think are like, whoa, as far outside of your own as possible. How to engage appropriately with one another. Open opportunities. How did you understand that? Where did you come to that? It's so different than where I sit. I'm so interested in that. An opportunity to really think about what would make a difference here. Professionalism, teamwork, communication, critical thinking. Those are the 4 competencies, the NACE competencies, that we know are connected with success in career life, regardless of the discipline. You do those 4 every minute you're in this room. True? This is real career readiness. This is real experiential learning in the body and the flesh every single day. This is an interesting time of the semester, yes? Midterms are done, right? And we're like, Dr. Rain, that went like, if you're in a place where you're like getting a little bit concerned about academics, things of that nature, remember it's student leader, right? Student leader. If you're not a student, you don't get to be a leader, right? So we need to stay a student. Anyone having any kind of stresses in the academic realm, let's get with our academic success coach and discuss that. Student Academic Resource Center, SARC, for supplemental instruction. Let's think about working with academic advocacy. If you're not sure how to get in touch with that group, here's how we're going to, or if you're struggling with any kind of basic need issues. The student of concern, or anyone you know is, the student of concern form is available. You Google student of concern form, it will come up for you. If you'll enter your information or that of somebody that you know, if it is an academic concern, one of our academic advocates will reach out to you or to that student to figure out how we can help get them academically on track with whatever resources and supports we can. If it is a basic needs issue, it will be routed through care services to help connect that person with the myriad other resources that you have. If you have an immediate concern for the safety or security of yourself or one of your colleagues, would you please call 911? That is, the police can go and help. CAPS, remember, has walk-in services every single day. They will see you today. They will see somebody today. And if you call them right now and press option 5, I believe it is, you will get transferred to a therapist right now that is through our protocol service that can talk at all times as well. So we have the coverage. We have the support. We have the ways to help you to be successful, but we need you to reach out to help. Everybody inhale. Exhale. Let's do that again. It is October 22nd, right? 23rd? 23rd. We're about halfway through the semester. You can do this. I know you're tired. I know that this has been a lot. I want you to think about eating something regularly. How many people didn't eat today? I'm going to raise my hand. I have had 2 salted caramels, and they were awesome. That is not enough, nor is it an appropriate role model. Please do better than me. Eat, preferably something that came out of some kind of natural substance rather than something we just pulled out of a bag somewhere. If it's a bag of salad, that sounds good. Drink water. I love that I'm seeing all these large and colorful receptacles that I'm hoping are filled with water, flavored water. I'm just going to guess that's what it is. Yes! Doing something to like move our body however we can. If that is just pulling our hair out, okay, but finding a way to continue to move forward. And last but not least, I need you to sleep. Do we know what that is? Do we need to practice? Sleep on a regular basis. Study is important. Eat, sleep, drink water, and study. And be in community with each other and us as well. We are here to support. We are here to help. I'm so proud of the group that you are. I'm so proud of the way that you're coming together this year. It is really inspiring. If there's a way that I can help you, adrian.frame@ucf.edu, please let me know. I'm super proud of this group and super grateful to be with you today. Thank you so much.
But thank you so much to Dr. Frame for coming to visit us and come talk to us. Greatly appreciated. Okay, is there a motion to move back to announcements from the Chief Justice? All right, announcements from the Chief Justice Pizarro.
Good evening, Senate. Very tough act to follow, but I hope it's going to be exciting. So excited to announce that Justice of the Month of September is Associate Justice Jovanese Leonard, our Vice Chair of JOC. So congratulations to her. This past Monday, some of our justices had the opportunity to attend Downtown Day, which was an amazing experience. Getting to meet individuals and tour OPD. Gray Robinson and our City Hall produced awesome conversations and future plans. So thank you to GAC DeMarco for organizing this amazing event. Today, our Judicial Outreach Committee, JOC, had their Crafts with the Council event, which turned out great. So shout out to Chair David, Vice Chair Leonard, and all the justices that volunteered their time and effort. A lot of the pictures from the event have been uploaded into the General Teams channel files if you'd like to check those out. So thank you to Director of Comms Ayub for helping us with our outreach efforts. This week, the Internal Rules Committee, IRC, worked tirelessly to write and approve our new fiscal section of the JRP. Shout out to Chair Perez and Vice Chair Grady for facilitating our justices and meeting outside committee time to finish it. The Judicial Council will be holding a fiscal administrative decision appeal hearing next week, and summons as well as the official order have been posted outside my office and sent to the general teams. Tomorrow, I will be meeting with Dr. Frame to discuss the judicial branch, our current completed initiatives, and hopefully receive her guidance and advice on the current issues facing UCF students. And lastly, Lounging with the Lawyers will be on November 12th from 7 to 9:30 p.m. here in the Charge-On Chamber.
Are there any questions for the Chief Justice? All right, seeing none, thank you.
Thank you.
Announcements from the Supervisor of Elections given by the Assistant Supervisor of Elections.
Hi, everyone. It's your favorite former senator. Good evening, Senate. I hope everyone had a good week. I'm sorry I couldn't be there today, so I'm here. You guys are lucky. Yesterday was EC Day for SGLC. The commission had so much fun informing SGLCers about what we do and connecting with them. It's been great having the commission be more involved with the SGLC program this year. Thank you to the SGLC coordinators for coordinating this for us. The commission's FAQ rail was posted yesterday, so like, comment, subscribe, repost. One of my initiatives this year as supervisor was to increase the commission's outreach efforts in the fall to inform the student body about the election and voting process before the election period begins. This rail was a part of those efforts. So thank you to Director Ayep, Coordinator Pereira, and Marketing Chair Calloway for coordinating this for the commission. The final product looks amazing. On the topic of outreach efforts, the prospective presidential and Senate candidate Q&A is on Wednesday, November 12th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. in the Live Oak Bar Room, and specifically in the Magnolia Room. The RSVP form is on NiConnect, but I also linked it in the minutes. I highly suggest this event to anyone, for any of you, specifically senators who want to rerun this year. Additionally, this week we held interviews on our open 2 seats on the commission. We're looking forward to welcoming them from following their confirmations in ENA and Senate next week. And for Rising Nations, I hereby resign Jada Wesley from Women's Caucus.
Any questions that the Assistant Supervisor can answer? All right, seeing none, thank you. Also, as a reminder to all senators, as people are giving us their announcements, please keep your computer down and give them your full attention. Announcements from the Activity and Service Fee Committee Chair, Chair Kaufman.
Hello. Although we did not have quorum due to many of our members being at Downtown Day, we were still able to review the new updates Vice Chair Sherman and I made to the budget packets that will be sent out next week. Next Monday is our most important meeting so far, as we will be officially voting on and prepping the budget packets to be sent out by the end of next week.
Any questions for the ANSF Chair? All right, seeing none, caucus reports, Arab Caucus, Chair Alcuda.
Hello, everyone. Yesterday, APIA and Arab Caucus hosted our annual event Tea Time. We want to thank everyone who was able to come out and those who volunteered to help. We appreciate you all, and I wanted to give a big shout out to the SGL Sears who showed up. If we could give them a quick round of applause. It wouldn't have been as successful without your help, so we really do appreciate everyone. And that's it for me. Thank you.
Any questions for the Arab Caucus Chair? All right, seeing none, APIA Caucus, Chair Lim.
Hi, everyone. Happy Thursday. Thank you for everyone who could attend Tea Time with APIA and Arab Caucus. It was a huge success. Also, shout out to the SGL Sears who volunteered at the event. You guys did such an amazing job, and thanks, everyone.
Any questions for the APIA Chair? Seeing none, Black Caucus, Chair Smith.
Hi, Senate. I hope you all had a great week. This week we met to go over initiatives, planning, and attended an event hosted by BSA Black Student Awareness. For the rest of the semester, we will be meeting bi-weekly on Tuesday at 12 p.m. if anyone wants to join. And that's all from me. Thank you.
Any questions for the Black Caucus Chair? Seeing none, ICTC Chair Varela.
Hello, Senate. This week we assisted SBA in their downtown tabling, as well as tabling at the Transfer Center's Unite the Knights event for Transfer Week. We have our bi-weekly meeting next Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. And finally, happy Transfer Week to everyone, especially transfer students.
Any questions to Chair Varela? Seeing none, Sustainability Caucus, Chair Lipner.
Hi, everyone. We didn't meet this week due to quorum. However, we are continuing to work with our RSO partners to table at Keep UCF Wild, which is happening on October 28th, which is next Tuesday from 1 to 6 p.m. on Memory Mall. If you haven't seen the Instagram post, there is going to be a tote bag given out, which is very, very cute. So I highly suggest you check it out. Additionally, for all caucus leadership, please take a look at our Teams channel in order to schedule our monthly meeting. Additionally, name tags have come in, so please find Chantal to pick them up. She wants to personally give them to each of you to continue fostering a closer relationship with each caucus leader. But she will, however, be out of office tomorrow. So you can get those to her get those from her on Monday in her OSI office and on Tuesday in the SG Advisor office. Thank you.
Any questions for Chair Lipner? Seeing none, Women's Caucus, Chair Renda.
Hi, everyone. So final reminder that the Women's Health Fair is tomorrow in the Student Union. We are so excited and we would love to see all of y'all there.
Any questions for the Women's Caucus Chair? Seeing none, that's from the Senate President. So, hi, Senate. Apologies for not being present. I'm currently recovering, but I will be in the office at around 12 tomorrow if anyone needs anything. I had the opportunity to go to Downtown Day with the Pro Tempore, GAP Leadership, and Eli Reed. It was a very nice opportunity to be able to represent our branch, and I'm so happy to be able to have done so. Congratulations to the SGLC/SG Nighthon team, which has officially raised 1.3K. I had a lot of fun being pied on Tuesday and cannot wait for whatever comes next. If you're interested in going to Day at the Capitol, that application closes tomorrow at 11:59 p.m. Make sure to fill it out before then to possibly have the opportunity to join. Last of all, please be professional and respectful to the Pro Tempore tonight and have fun. So any questions that I can answer, Trey Hernandez?
I skipped over my caucus report.
You did not write anything in it when I got there. Whoa. I'm sorry. Must not have updated. Apologies. Motion to move back to Latin Hispanic Caucus announcements. All right. Latin Hispanic Caucus Chair Trey Hernandez.
Oh, I just wanted to say that, hi, Senate. Latin Hispanic Caucus tabled yesterday at HSA's event yesterday, and that's where we were tabling with other Latin Hispanic RSOs, and we were able to answer some questions that the RSOs individuals had, and as well as like tabling an SBA next week.
Any questions for Chair Trey Hernandez? Seeing none, I'm so sorry for missing you. Motion to move back to announcements from the Senate President Pro Tempore. All right. So Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. This Monday, I was able to attend Downtown Day. It was super fun, and thank you to the GAC for inviting us all to attend. This week, I also got pied like 20 times to support Nithon. Thank you to everyone who donated, and shout out to everyone who pied me. This week, the Senate President and I met with Dr. Frame to talk about our branch. It was a really nice conversation to see where we are and how we can improve. I had a meeting with fiscal leadership this afternoon to discuss fiscal tabling with SBA and Fiscal Jeopardy, which is a really fun event. If you're in a fiscal committee and have not filled out the one to me, please do so. The prize for winning Jeopardy is a pizza party for the committee that wins. So this is high stakes, guys. Like, we lock in. Also, Nice Gift for Good. My donation drive is happening November 14th. If you're interested in volunteering or tabling, please let me know. Also, big shout out to the APIA and Arab Caucus for their tea time event, and big shout out to the LGBTQ+ caucus on having their Queer Market Day. And also thank you to the Chief Justice for letting me use her gavel. And also big shout out to D. Kaufman on his amazing legislation writing workshop. Are there any questions for me? All right, seeing none, Deputy Pro Tempore of Legislative Affairs report, D. Kaufman.
All right. Hello again. Thank you to everyone who came to the legislation writing workshop before Senate. For those of you who were unable to attend, the presentation is in the Teams channel under the folder Senate presentations. And also, even though I am up here in the front tonight, I still have to vote at my regular voting machine, so I apologize for all of the awkward walking I will be doing back and forth during voting procedures. So that'll be fun. Signed and enacted legislation since last week, Fiscal Bills 5719 and 20, and Internal Bills 5713. In today's legislation, we are seeing 3 fiscal bills, 2 internal bills, 1 resolution, and 1 proclamation on first reading, 1 internal bill on third reading, and on second reading, we have 3 fiscal bills, 1 internal bill, and 2 proclamations.
Any questions for the DLEG? See none, Deputy Pro Tempore of Senate Relations, Deezer Capinos.
Good evening, Senate. I hope that you guys have been having a great week. I know that we just got through midterms, as Dr. Frame was. We were so fortunate to have her speak on it. I hope that you guys are doing well after midterms. I know that it was a lot on me. And so I have a couple announcements that I just want to speak on. So starting with the IM leagues. Last week, we had our flag football championship game, and we put a lot of heart out on the field. I'll tell you that right now. We were down 3 players, so it was 5 against 8, and we only lost by 12 points. So that's pretty incredible to be down 3 people and only lose by 8. So they put a lot of hard effort. We had a celebratory dinner afterwards, and for everyone that came out and supported us during the season or came out during that game, I just want to give you guys, some recognition and say huge thanks, not only for me but for the team. They put a lot of effort in this year, and so it's just so great to see the community come together for that. In terms of our IM pickleball games, me and Anthony came home with another win. So clap it up for both flag football and IM pickleball. Unfortunately, Elvin Nash is not here to speak on her team. I bet that they're doing well in spirit, though, as well. I've not checked up on their scores, but I'm sure that they're doing great. And so that moves to our future IM leagues. Now, I don't know if you guys have saw, but I did put out a form for the IM leagues that you want to join. So we have volleyball and soccer for those that want to participate. If you didn't get a chance to participate in other ones, I highly encourage you to do it this time. There's a form in the agenda that you can fill out, and it'll have the times when you feel like you want to be able to go. Or if you want to attend, you can also fill that out and see when that works in your schedule. Now, for our online mode of bonding, I've had a lot of questions about this. And I just first want to say a huge thank you to Senator Orello. David has worked so hard on this Minecraft server. It is an incredible feat. It is going to be up and running, and the official launch is happening this Sunday. So it is connected between Bedrock and Java. It is open 24/7. And we have plugins, and we have the Discord server up and running as well. Now, we are still finalizing a couple of things. So I'm going to put in the link to join the Discord server for everyone who wants to play. But our official launch will be this Sunday. So for everyone who wants to play, that's when we're all going to come together. And then I'll put a timeout for that as well. Moving on to RSOs. I know this is a long announcement. I'm sorry. For the RSOs, there are a couple senators that have not received them yet. I apologize. I'm going to do a kind of a mid-semester recap almost with everyone. So I'm going to have a new template, and that's also when I'm going to send out the new RSOs. And so just to kind of follow up to the RSOs that haven't reached back out yet to see what are they doing, where their head's at. But for those that have been in communication with the RSOs, thank you so much for just representing them and doing all of their great initiatives and helping them out with it. And yeah, if you have any questions about that, you can always ask me. I know I have a couple questions that I have to get back to, so I'll be doing that.
And yeah, last thing is the event. Spooky Night is this Saturday. Who's excited for Spooky Nights? Okay, there we go. One person is. I'm excited. It's going to be incredible. I know a lot of people have worked on it, and I've worked with a couple people on it, so it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm bringing different branches together. We have Beach Day coming up. There's a form there that I'll also submit for those that want to build a sandcastle. We're going to have a whole team. It's going to be great. We're going to have blueprints, shovels, everything. I'm thinking we're going to go to Cocoa Beach. That's what's looking out right now, but we'll see if I get any more submissions, and we'll see about that. That's on November 2nd. Spooky Nights is this weekend. There will be food, there will be games, there will be VR, there is going to be Nintendo. If you have any, switches or if you have any controllers or anything you'd like to bring, that'd be greatly appreciated. And then also, you guys are probably wondering, all these events are coming up and it sounds so fun, but like they come up too late. Like I already have things planned. So if everyone can take the time, it'll just take 3 minutes. You can take out your calendar right now and put in the rest of the events that we have for this semester. So I'm just going to go over them really quick if you guys want to jot them down. So we have our Beach Day on November 2nd, and that's going to be all day an event. We might have people leave in the morning, we might have people leave in the evening, but we're planning on staying till sunset, so you can keep that in mind. On November, I believe it is November 6th, right now we have cookie decorating between 6 and 7. So between 6 or 7, we have cookie decorating. That's going to be our Deezer delight for that Senate meeting. But come out if you want to decorate a cookie, frosting, sprinkles. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then on the 15th, we have our potluck. It's going to be a combination of potluck, bringing in food, bringing in baked goods. And we're going to have board games. It's going to be a lot of fun. And that'll most likely be here in the chamber. And then on the 23rd, we have Field Day at Lake Claire. So for those that want to get out and, haven't had a chance to experience Lake Claire yet, I highly encourage you guys to go to that event. It's a lot of fun. They have kayaking, they have volleyball, they have a lot of cool things there. So I highly encourage you to do that. And that's all the events that I have jotted down. I also know that, and this is a shout out to Senator Lim, we have a wings event coming up, eating spicy wings. I'll let her speak on that more. But I just want to let you guys know that those are the events we have, and we have lots of events next semester. And just thank you. Thank you for being you. I know this is a long announcement, so I'm glad that you guys are still giving me your attention. But yeah, just shout out to everyone who's helped me. I'm really excited for Spooky Nights, excited for the IM leagues, and I'm excited to just see every great thing that you guys are doing and bonding together. So thank you.
Any questions for the Deezer? Fawcett?
Quick question about volleyball. Is it indoor volleyball or is it outdoor?
I believe that it's indoor volleyball. It'll be 6v6 and it'll be co-rec. So it's guys and girls.
Orwella?
Since you mentioned there's soccer and volleyball, what are the chances we do both, or is it for sure one or the other?
We will probably be doing both. As long as I can get enough people to sign up for a team, it looks like we'll be doing both. I just want to get the times verified and make sure that everyone can actually come to the games and practices. Yeah.
Lipner?
2, if I may.
You may.
Thank you. First off, in terms of IM for the winter, I'm not sure about how scheduling works. So will we be playing over winter break, in the break between fall and spring semester? I'd like to hear that.
Excellent question. So we will be playing up until, I believe they cut it off at Thanksgiving break. And then we don't actually play in December. We don't play in the winter, but then we come back and we play in the beginning of the spring semester. So it's kind of like an interim season, if that makes sense. They break it into 2 parts. I did dodgeball last year, and that's kind of how it worked. So that's how I foresee it working this year. So yeah, it will be split, and you will not have to stay for the IM leagues over the winter break.
Thank you for that. And then the second question is, in terms of the Minecraft server, is that going to be Senate exclusive? Do we plan on inviting other SG agents? How do you want to go about that?
Another excellent question. So our online mode of bonding is going to be exclusive to the SG chamber or the Senate. The reason for this is because I want us to have a space where we can all connect with each other. And I also want this to be an example to other branches to do that within their own. I think that it's important, like how we have with Spooky Nights this Saturday, of bringing the branches together. But I also think that it's important that within those branches that they have those connections. And so I'm keeping this exclusive as a hopes that other people can use it as an example to do something similar within their own respective branches
or respective clubs or respective things that they're a part of. So I encourage the SGLCers or encourage the judicial branch or the executive branch to do something similar within their own branch. But to answer your question plainly, it'll be exclusive to just this legislative body.
Lipner,
Follow up?
you may.
Thank you. May I ask for special permissions for the AG and our student assistants who are oftentimes here in Senate to join us?
Yes. So we'll be discussing the scope of that in the Discord server. That's going to be where everything, the rules and everything that's going to be set up. So I do plan on seeing like how that would be working. But yeah, that will all be like figured out within that mode of communication.
Any other questions? All right. Reminder, please use proper titles and also please remain professional until the end of the meeting. Fiscal committee reports, CRT committee, Chair Sherman.
Good evening, everyone. This week in CRT, we approved allocations 57, 267, 271 through 275, 277 through 279, 281 through 285, and 287 through 298. We postponed allocations 57, 267 to 276, 280, and 286, and passed fiscal bills 57, 29, and 30.
Any questions for the CRT chair? Seeing none, FAO committee, Chair Lucht.
Hello, everyone. This week in committee, we approved allocations 5799, 100, 101, 104, and 105. We postponed allocation 57-103. We PPI'd allocations 5795 and 102, and we approved fiscal bill 5728. I also had a fiscal leadership meeting today to discuss the fiscal tabling and fiscal jeopardy event, which should be fun.
Any questions for the FAO chair? Seeing none, ORS committee, Chair Rose.
So last Friday, we approved one VPF and we elected Senator Casimiro as our new vice chair. That's it. Big congrats.
Any questions for the ORS chair? All right, seeing none, fiscal legislation notice of legislation on first reading, bills, fiscal bill 5731, I hereby remand to CRT. Fiscal bill 5732, I hereby remand to CRT. Fiscal bill 5733, I hereby remand to FAO. Notice of legislation on second reading, fiscal bill 5728, funding for American Society of Mechanical Engineers to host the ASME EFX competition at UCF Engineering 2 on February 5th, 2026, by Chair Gaudio. I believe the RSO is here to present. Is there a motion for speech, questioning, and debate? Chair Smith?
Motion for a 5-10-10.
There's been a motion for a 5-10-10 in a second. That stands. All right. So, ASME, whenever you're ready, you can come up to the podium.
Thank you, Senate. My name is John Morris. I'm representing the American Society of Mechanical Engineers at UCF. We are a student section of a national, actually a global organization, which every year they host the eHuman Powered Vehicle Competition. If you go to the next slide, kind of a overview of that. So the eHuman Powered Vehicle Competition, UCF's contribution is a team of 6 members in the Senior Design Capstone Project. This is for mechanical engineering. And we design, test, and construct essentially takes the form of a recumbent tricycle. It's actually out in the entryway. Last year's design is in the entryway if you want to see it. And due to the design constraints of the factory we work with named Catrite, we produce a recumbent, tadpole tricycle with 2 wheels that steer in the front and 1 drive wheel in the rear. Now, there's an extensive list of design constraints we need to adhere to that are presented to us by ASME National and also the manufacturing constraints from the factory that works with us. Team is already selected and consists of 6 members, and the competition date will likely be mid-April. If you want to go to the next slide. All right, so most of the fall design stuff is our primary research, design, simulation, and then choosing all of our parts and getting a parts list together. And then we start constructing in early spring, going on to competition date in April, where we do some testing in the meantime. Next slide, please. So here is our tentative budget. Notice that many of these parts are preliminary ideas. Most of the parts on our final order will be similar because we know what past year's designs have incorporated into the vehicle. And we also know what specific improvements we want to make. So if we go over some of the major items, item number 5, Catrite components. Catrite, the factory works with us to produce a specialized frame, and they also make several components for the drivetrain and for the mechanical system in-house. So we will be purchasing those directly from the factory. And then there's also an item for about $424, third from the top. That is the front fairing, which this is kind of the bubble you'd see around a vehicle. And this is custom manufactured for our vehicle. And then many of the other items between $100 and $300 are in regards to the electrical system because batteries and motors are expensive. And we are looking for $29.25 from student government out of a total of $58.50. Next slide. Do you have any questions for me?
All right, we are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions for the RSO? Senator Rickett?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 2 questions, if I may.
You may.
My first question for the RSO, can you give us a little, some more details on some of the testing of some of the vehicles that you have?
The testing of the bike itself?
Correct.
Okay, so once we finish the assembly, then we'll be doing physical testing of the frame. We have 2 load cases we're required to meet. There's a load case on the top roll bar and load case on the side roll bars, which protect the rider in the case of a rollover. And the top and side load cases for the competition must be satisfied in order for our design to go forward. And then following that physical test of the frame and our assembly, then we will be physically riding this vehicle around UCF just to train for the competition, make sure we can, because it's based on a race. It's based on 2 races, a drag race and an endurance race. We need to make sure that we can beat the other teams and win for UCF.
Okay, and my follow-up question is, have you came up with a risk assessment for any of the testing or anything else like that when it comes to the vehicles?
That will be part of our design, yes.
Any other questions for the RSO? Senator Libner?
Pardon my ignorance, but is it standard for senior design projects to be funded by RSOs and not the actual college itself?
Great question. So many senior design projects are sponsored through the senior design program, and they take parts from past senior design teams and move forward with that. Some are sponsored by companies like Blue Origin, NASA, Lockheed Martin, that directly provide the senior design team with funding to create the project so that that company can have it at the end. And then clubs will sponsor their own project to have something that is not just a proof of concept, but will actually work, and they can showcase to future years of students. Thank you.
Any other questions? Chair Varela?
How does your design team get access to the simulation imaging software used in the design process of your vehicle?
Okay, so great question. The simulation software we'll be using is SolidWorks, which is available through the College of Engineering and Computer Science to students, the student version.
Any other questions? Vice Chair Rojas?
So I know you said that the price on certain items can vary. Is that typically, for smaller components that aren't costing $300-$400?
So yeah, so there's some variation between different brands of, say, motors or batteries, which is also subject to change over time. And this would be like due to inflation or due to the manufacturer changing the cost of the item. We will be looking at, for example, the mid-drive motor will be in the $350 to $450 price range, depending on the quality of the speeds we want.
Senator Lipner?
This is more of a clerical question, but on our bill here, we have the date of February 5th, 2026 listed. Does that date mean anything to you?
Yes, so that is the date that we need parts by in order to assemble the vehicle. Not just getting the parts ordered, but actually getting them shipped.
Any other questions? Fawcett?
So again, going back to that, that was one of my questions as well. But in the title of the bill is to host the ASME FX competition. Is that, I'm sorry if I missed that, but could you clarify that as well?
Yes. So ASME, like I mentioned, they're a global organization hosting this. This is not directly related to our bill. This is not funding we're requesting to host the competition. And the funding for hosting the competition will be through ASME National, and that's totally related to them.
Any other questions? Chair Varela?
Out of curiosity, does ASME National give teams a spending cap for each project, especially the more competition-based ones?
That's a great question. ASME National does sponsor our club, but they do not sponsor specific senior design projects.
Any other questions? Senator Green?
President voting.
Senator Green, President voting, so noted at 7:51 p.m. Chair Varela?
Yeah, for clarification, I was more asking like a spending cap. Like your budget can be $6,000 for a specific vehicle that we use for an ASME competition.
They do not clarify that, no.
Any other questions? Chair Lust?
This is for the DLEG if possible.
You may.
Is there a way to rewrite the title to make it seem more like it's a project, right? If we can write that as like a project instead of hosting, because hosting sounds like an event. Or how have we done that previously?
Yes, I would suggest saying to create a vehicle if you want to make that change, just because I have the presentations up.
Any other questions? Seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on this fiscal bill? Chair Lust?
Motion to see my amendment.
There's been a motion to see Chair Lust's amendment. In a second, you have 2 minutes whenever you're ready.
This is adding the recommendation by the DLEG to create a vehicle for in the title.
All right, we're now in a period of questioning. Any questions? Vice Chair Hernandez?
Motion to approve this amendment.
There's been a motion to approve this amendment by general consent. Is there any objections? See none, the amendment has been made. All right, we are now back in debate on the bill. Is there any debate on the bill? Senator Lipner?
I guess this is a question for anyone who can answer, if I may.
You may.
Are titles for bills supposed to be capitalized?
If this is in reference to like the creative vehicle portion, no, they've historically that's been lowercase.
Any other debate on the bill? Senator Rickett, sorry.
I actually really like this project. ASME has always provided some really, really good projects and things for UCF, and I wish them the best. Thank you.
Any other debate, Senator Lipner?
Yeah, I agree. This is a great project. I actually got to see the last year's model when you guys were showing it off during your career fair that you guys were holding in the student union earlier. So that was really, really cool to see. So I definitely see the value in that going on for further years. So I'm glad to see that you continue using them, and I'll be voting in favor.
Is there any other debate on this, Senator Rickett?
I move to the previous question.
Okay, there's been a motion to vote. Are there any? Is there a second? All right, we are now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 38 to 1, Fiscal Bill 5728 passes second reading.
Thank you, Senate.
All right, Fiscal Bill 5729, funding for 24 members of Financial Management Association to travel to the Finance Leaders Conference in New York City, New York from March 4th, 2026 to March 7th, 2026. Senator Sapika, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready. Will you be yielding to the RSO?
Yes.
All right. You all have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Good evening, Senators. We are the Financial Management Association. My name is Brandon Perry. I'm the president.
My name is Jacob Pena. I'm the vice president.
And so basically, we'll talk about a little bit of our club.
We are the Financial Management Association. We're a professional organization that helps over 150 students on like finance, investing, all areas of the financial industry. We bring professionals to come guest speak and share career opportunities, as well as hosting a lot of valuable workshops on technical skills or soft skills within the career opportunities. So we're looking to attend the 2026 FMA Finance Leaders Conference this year. It is going to be on March 4th to the 7th and going to be in New York City. Next slide, please. So basically, what we will do in this conference is that we're going to attend a lot of workshops and panel discussions covering different areas of the financial industry. We're going to attend site tours of a lot of top companies, and so they'll be able to network with a lot of career professionals and explore any future opportunities post-grad. And we'll be able to engage on the investment analysis competition. This is where students will group up and do their own research and then present to professionals within that field and then be graded on essentially. And then they'll also learn from a lot of keynote speakers on a lot of very helpful financial knowledge opportunities in the industry. And next slide, please. And so a lot of the knowledge we'll bring to UCF that they can learn outside of the classrooms. A lot of stuff as well is that networking opportunities. Sometimes it's very limited from where we are, so being able to network in New York as well as securing to be able to attend these companies' headquarters is a very good opportunity for them. Any fundraising that our organization has done for the event, we have done it through partial proceed events, merchandise sales, and fundraising events. We're in order for us to be able to attend this event, though, we really seek your assistance. Next slide, please. And so basically an overall of what I just covered of why we want to go to this event is basically to network with these professionals that we can't do here in Florida. A lot of our members are interested in the New York aspect, so that's why that's a great opportunity for them. To develop those skill sets that they won't be able to attend here within those classrooms. As well attend those site tours at these top companies that aren't available here in Florida, and as well champion UCF's presence. Next slide.
And now for the fun part, discussion about all the finances. So we do have 4 slides broken down of all of our main expenses, and then just an Excel sheet summarizing. First, we have our hotel expenses. This is in central Manhattan, which is about a 10-minute walk from the St. John's University campus in East Village. It comes out to 424 people, 3 nights, 6 rooms, to about $5,058 USD after tax and after any other additional hotel fees. Next slide, please. Here we have the flight bill. So after getting quoted from Delta for 24 people, after taxes and fees, it's going to come out to about $237, and I believe that says 97 cents per person. And then next slide, please. The final main cost is the registration fee. So it costs roughly, we got an email from the head of that institution, around $175 to $185 per student, plus a $40 additional registration fee. To be kind of conservative in the middle, we chose that 180 mark to request funding. So instead of choosing 185 or 175, we went in the middle, just in case it could lean either way. And the next slide, please. And here we have kind of just an Excel breakdown of our 3 main expenses, being hotel, flights, and registration. Summed up, it comes out to $16,050, and we're requesting 45% of this, being $7,222.50. So if we can go to the next slide, we see this is just another slide highlighting the FMA Leaders Conference. So FMA, as Brandon mentioned, is a nationwide organization. The UCF chapter has the privilege to be invited to go, so we hope to get all of your guys' votes to allow us to send some students up there. Next slide, please. Thank you, and we're open for questions.
All right, we are now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions on the bill? Orhella?
Just out of curiosity, why are you asking for 45% contribution instead of 50?
So we do have a sanction placed on our club from not spending. I believe last semester we asked for an allocation and we were within the 15% threshold of not spending at all. I'm not sure what the exact percentage was. So that's why we're not asking for the full 50.
Any other questions, Senator Lipner?
Can you just clarify how many days will be spent at the conference itself versus doing other trips or to like
Yeah, for sure. So the conference itself is 2 full days, and then the additional day is going to be held for site tours and networking experiences. So right now we have a few companies confirmed for networking. that are hosted by the Financial Management Association, like main headquarters, those of which being like examples being JP Morgan, American Express, and LinkedIn. So
Senator Rickett.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I know you guys are flying up there winter time in New York. Do you guys have a contingency plan if there's like inclement weather or anything else like that?
at the moment, if the contingency plan, the only thing would be changing the day of the flight. The conference itself, it's held in spring, so there should be no main weather disruptions in the area. We went last year, just 2 weeks before the expected date. Everything went fine. Once again, the only contingency plan would be just getting another date for the flight, which we can work around.
Vice Chair Casemiro.
I was just wondering, like, how did you choose the 24 and if you have any backups?
Yeah, for sure. So on the slide, we said that we had 8 e-board members and 16 members being selected and going for a total of 24 members. We have a point system here in FMA. So we have QR codes for attendance at every single event we work, at every single event we host, whether it's a general body meeting, a professional development workshop, a social fundraiser. We have all of our members scan QR codes, and with the points associated, they get a certain amount of points allocated to their name. Whoever the top 15 to 17 students do get selected to go on the trip. So it's really based off attendance, how active they are into the organization, because we believe the more you put in, the more you should get out. So if you're putting in this much work and effort to support our club the entire semester, you should get a good reward and go to a fantastic conference.
Any other questions? Senator El-Harak.
Do you have a potential itinerary for company sites visit that you can share with us? I know you said nothing is finalized yet, but is there a potential itinerary to share?
There's a potential that we can share. We don't have it listed right now because we can't make an official confirmation if we don't get approved to actually go. So if anything, we can send a confirmed exact day, exact time per company if requested.
Chair Lucht.
How are you fundraising the other half or the 55% of the bill yourself?
So a lot of it is either through membership dues, partial proceeds, fundraisers. We sell merchandise, whether it's shirts, hoodies, polos, crew necks, and also any other fundraisers such as like Pie the Board. We do a lot of volunteering activities. So it's like any proceeds that we make from anything, we're putting towards that.
Chair Varela.
May I ask a question towards the D-Leg?
You may.
On the bill, it says that they've received a 10% ROS sanction, and in their presentation, they said that they'll be asking for 45% from us. So shouldn't that be 40% if it's 10% less than we would normally contribute?
From what I understand, the sanction is 10%, and so they get 10% less of what their half would be. So I took the original total cost of the bill, split it in half, and then I took 10% off of what we could give them and added it back to the other. Yeah.
Any other questions? Senator El-Harak.
What are some of the names of the companies that you are in contact with?
Yeah, for sure. So some of the ones that we're looking at are JP Morgan at the new headquarters. We have American Express, and we also have LinkedIn. So those are the 3 main we're looking at. We obviously have like other companies that we're reaching out to and asking for assistance for, just in case like one is filled up at a time that the other one is. If there's any conflicting times, we have the ability to kind of pick and choose. Also with help from like the main Financial Management Association headquarters, we're getting assistance with them for planning any site tours.
Senator Lipner.
Can you just clarify how you chose the hotel you ended up choosing? I know you mentioned it was within walking distance, but was there anything else that was either closer or cheaper?
So that was the same hotel we stayed at last time. So last year we went on the same conference, same amount of trips, same itinerary, same idea. And it was just a 10-minute walk. It allows our members to not have to pay $3 for a Subway or just like any Uber fee. So it's within 10 minutes, you're in central Manhattan. So it's kind of hard to find availability for 24 people, especially this far in advance. So this was just one hotel that we're familiar with, and it's one that allowed us to have 24 people.
Is that a follow-up? You may.
What university did you say the conference is being held at?
So this one is going to be at St. John's. It's going to be a sister branch, which is in the East Village.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on this fiscal bill? Senator Sapika.
I would just like to make a few points. So I've joined FMA 2 years ago, and
the leadership there and everything that they do in terms of workshops, partial proceeds, they're super supportive of their members. And I've learned so much. I've actually gotten a job at a really good company as a result of their help and their leadership. They work with companies like Lockheed Martin, JP Morgan, some of the biggest companies, not just in the United States of America, but also around the world. And a lot of our members have also gotten some of the best positions in the biggest companies. Like we know a recent one of our members has gotten a position in the chief, I think, administrative office as an analyst for Bank of New York. So I can definitely vouch that these conferences are really, really helpful for a lot of our members, and it helps with networking opportunities, especially. Thank you.
All right. Is there any other debate? Senator Sohn. Sorry.
I would like to say that I will be voting in favor because as a finance major and UCF being not exactly a target school, these conferences are very important for our business students, especially our finance majors. I know whenever I'm on LinkedIn, all the job listings are based in New York. So I really think that this conference is really important and we should all vote in favor of it. Thank you.
All right. Is there any other debate? Senator Lipner.
May I retain?
You may.
Yeah, I'll also be voting in favor. This seems like a really straightforward opportunity for students to get really valuable experience, and move to vote.
All right, there's been a motion to vote. In a second, we are now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 37 to 1, Fiscal Bill 5729 passes second reading.
Thank you all.
All right, Fiscal Bill 5730, funding for 50 members of Bachelors of Social Work Student Association to travel to the LEAD conference in Tallahassee, Florida from February 1st, 2026 to February 3rd, 2026. Senator Escobar, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready. Yes.
President in voting.
Senator Jane Ewing voting, so noted at 8:07 p.m.
Good evening, Senate. I'll be representing the Bachelors of Social Work Student Association. I currently serve as Vice President of the BSW Student Association. A little bit about us. And we're requesting funding for the Legislative Education Advocacy Day at the Capitol Conference on February 2nd and 3rd of 2026. So next slide, please. A little bit about us. We are an RSO that links undergraduate social work students to the community and like-minded individuals. Here at UCF, we're open to all students, but we mainly serve undergraduate social work students by hosting service learning projects, community service projects, workshops, hosting nonprofit guest speakers, and just hosting social events for social work students. Next slide, please. So a little bit about the LEAD conference. So Legislative Education Advocacy Day is an annual statewide event that brings social work students and professionals to the Florida Capitol to advocate for legislative priorities that align with the NASW Code of Ethics. And also it's an opportunity for students to learn about how policy impacts practice and the clients that we will serve. LEAD is also hosted by the National Association of Social Workers, Florida chapter, and is over 2 days, the first being an all-day conference at the Challenger Learning Center, and the second physically at the Capitol building. Next slide, please. A little bit about the NASW Florida chapter. NASW was founded in 1955. It is the largest membership organization of professional social workers in the world. NASW works to enhance the professional growth and development of its members and to create and maintain professional standards and advance sound social policies. The Florida chapter hosts LEAD annually, and each year the NASW Florida Board of Directors approves the overall agenda, and as bills are filed within the Florida legislature, the agenda helps us guide which bills to support or to oppose. And those are the current legislative priorities for the upcoming session. Next slide, please. Day one of the conference is when social workers and social work students gather at a venue coming across all schools of social work across Florida to hear from NASW leadership, state legislators, and also professional leaders. UCF social work students had the opportunity to network with social work students across the state from other universities and colleges, and participate in legislative workshops and learn about how policies impact the populations that we serve. Last year, we heard from State Representative Mitch Rosenwald, who is also a social worker. So this is a great opportunity to see for social workers interested in public policy like myself, to see state legislators who come from a social work background. Next slide, please. And then on day 2, we are physically at the Florida Capitol, where we get to, again, meet with state representatives and senators and attend committee meetings and also tour the Capitol building. Last year, attendees took 2 tours of the House of Representatives chamber and heard from Representative Mitch Rosenwald and Representative Hunchofsky, who is a sponsor of the Social Work Interstate Licensure Compact, which is really important to the social work profession here in Florida. And it was again introduced this session. We were hoping to get it passed. And this opportunity allows social work students to gain an understanding of the legislative process. Next slide, please. And then here's the timeline of our trip. So we will be leaving UCF from HS1 to Tallahassee noon on February 1st, and then arrive to the hotel approximately around 5 p.m. and then prepare for the conference on the next day, as it is early. And then the next day we'll be leaving promptly at 8 a.m. to the conference at the Challenger Learning Center, where again we'll get to network with other students, and lunch is also provided at the conference. And then day 2 of the conference will be at the Capitol on February 3rd, and then we'll be leaving Tallahassee in the afternoon back to UCF. Next slide, please. And then for lodging, we'll be staying at the Best Western Tallahassee Downtown Inn and Suite. We've stayed at this hotel before, and it was the most convenient as it is closest to the Capitol. And we'll be checking in February 1st and checking out February 3rd. The number of rooms we're requesting funding for is 20, and the rate is we have changed numbers from that presentation. I apologize, but the rate is $154.99 and $139.99 per night. We'll be requesting 14 rooms at the rate of $154.99 and 6 rooms at $139.99. And the numbers on the bill reflect those numbers, and it's just an average of the two. And the amount requested for lodging in total is $6,019.6. And then next slide for travel. We'll be utilizing the Empire Coach Line charter bus, which totals for $4,950 for the 3 days. We used the same bus last year, and for purposes of the bill, it comes out to $99 for 50 members. And then for lodging and travel, the total comes out to $10,969.6. And thank you for listening, and I yield for questioning.
All right, we're now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions about the bill? Senator Fawcett?
Could you just re-clarify the room, how many rooms at what rate?
Absolutely. So the quote we got, they don't have every room available for the 154. So we'll 14 rooms for 2 nights will be $154.99, and then 6 rooms will be for 2 nights will be $139.99.
Any other questions? These are Capinos.
I apologize if you answered this before, but I remember, I think we asked the members and how you chose. And in years prior, you said that you've had 50 apply. Do you have that 50 set now? And if not, are there backups for that?
Thank you for that question. So in past years, we've had over 50, but because we're requesting funding this year, we capped it at 50. And that's based on first come, first served. So students must also register separately with NASW to have their spot confirmed. That just opened this week, so we're having those numbers come in. And that's a separate registration fee that we're not requesting funding for, but it's first come, first served. And then for backups, we'll likely have over 50. So there will likely be those who have to make their own accommodations that want to go to the Capitol. But if, say, someone is unable to go, we'll probably reach out.
Is that a follow-up? You may.
So saying that you will probably have over 50 applied, do you have the direct number of people that have submitted the application? Do you have that information or no?
Not currently. It's currently with our advisor. Submissions go to her, but they're coming in as registration opened this Monday.
Any other questions? Senator Lipner?
Two, if I may.
You may.
Where's the $5,000 in outside funding coming from?
Yeah, so students will be paying their share. So it'll be we're charging $100 for each member to attend. Last year it was a similar price without SG funding.
So the second question, and then I'll have a follow-up if I may. So this is the follow-up. How were you able to charge half as much for the same amount of students to go last year?
Could you clarify when you mean half as much?
So you did not receive SG funding, and yet you were still able to charge the same amount for students. Assuming we're funding them at a 50-50 rate this year, it'd be half as much.
So different. So last year, it was different. We only. I'm sorry, I don't understand the question.
You're good. I'll clarify. So last year you said it cost each student approximately $100 each to go. Now it seems like that is going to be $100 from each student on top of the SG funding. Can you explain that discrepancy?
Yes. So since so the difference is last year we only stayed the night at one hotel because the first day of the conference began in the afternoon, so we were able to leave the morning of the conference, as opposed to this year we're leaving the day before.
Gotcha. Thank you. And then that second question is, in regards to the lodging and travel, were they similar costs last year?
So for lodging, yes, the hotel I believe was similar price, and then the bus as well. The bus actually, because it was the 2 days, I believe the bus was around $1,000 less.
Are there any other questions? All right, seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on this fiscal bill? Senator Lipner?
Motion to see my amendment.
There's been a motion to see Senator Lipner's amendment. Second. In a second, you have 2 minutes whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so the RSO representative mentioned that the $5,000 was coming from student dues and not necessarily from outside funding sources. So I just wanted to clarify that in the bill.
All right, we're now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions, Chair Varela?
For this was the D-like. Okay.
That's okay.
For all other fiscal bills, is this like a truthful assessment? Like, do we not count student dues as the outside funding?
We do count student dues towards outside funding.
I'll withdraw my amendment.
All right, we're now out of the amendment. We're back in debate over the entire bill. Is there any debate? Senator Lipner?
Yeah, seems like a great opportunity for professional development purposes. Obviously, both the learning portion and the doing portion are valuable, and I'm very excited to support this.
Is there any other pieces of debate? Chair Varela?
Move to vote.
There's been a motion to vote. In a second, we are now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 37 to 0 to 2, Fiscal Bill 5730 passes second reading. All right, internal committee reports, ENA committee, Vice Chair Rojas.
Hi guys, so today we saw 2 confirmations, one of which we'll be having here shortly, and then we also continued our work on Title VI revisions.
Any questions for ENA? Seeing none, GAP Committee, Chair Varela.
Hello, everybody. GAP is still open and proceeding smoothly, unlike other governments, so that's pretty cool. Please do your daily capital application. I'm going to reiterate what the GAC said. The deadline is tomorrow, so if you want to go, please just do it by tonight. Hopefully we'll get over soon and you can all go home and do the application. It's a really incredible opportunity, so I really encourage you all to do it. And I want to give a really big shout out to Senator Escobar because he went in front of the Orange County delegation and presented for GAP and supported students. So that's really impressive. So just round of applause, please. Yes, it was awesome. And I will be posting the live stream. So if you all want to go back and see him speak, I highly encourage you to. It's very impressive. I'm very proud of you, and we all are here. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, are there any questions for the GAP Committee? Seeing none, LGR Committee, Vice Chair Trejo Hernandez.
Good evening, Senate. Sorry, could not join you all this week, but I'm currently locked in the epic matter of the Evo-social influenza. This week, we finished reviewing our revisions to the Senate absence policy and have submitted them to be remanded. We have also begun revising the absence present sheet, which we will discuss again next week. Many thanks to the Vice Chair for running the meeting, and thank you all for the committee members for being great as ever. Many thanks to Lily for helping me format our revisions and being a talented young man. Our votes are as followed: internal bills, 56 state approved 501, absences David Arella 401, George Sotelis 501, Nathan Rickett approved by general consent. Terry Fawcett approves 6-0. Anna Reed approves 6-0. Brian Kaufman approved 501. Ara Ali 6-0. Sarah Savita approved 6-0. Darren McNulty and Grace Rudy approved 6-0. Dean meeting absence Zachary Gaudio approved by general consent.
Any questions for the LGR Committee? All right, seeing none, SBA Committee, Chair Tedeschi.
Hi, Senate. This week, SBA has been very busy tabling at the downtown campus as well as at the Pride Market alongside the LGBTQ caucus. Shout out to the other senators that were downtown that are not in SBA. I appreciate your help. We will be reviewing any feedback from our tabling tomorrow during our committee meeting. We're also going to be tabling alongside the Women's Caucus at the Women's Health Fair tomorrow. And last meeting, Proclamation 5711 and 12 were passed on first reading with a vote of 9-0-1.
Any questions for SBA? Seeing none. All right, confirmations. Please reminder as our confirmee is standing at the front, please give her your full attention. College of Medicine, seat 2, Madeline Phillips. We'll be continuing with the 5-10-10, so 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Good evening, Senate. My name is Maddie Phillips, and I'm so grateful to be considered for confirmation to the Student Body Senate representing the College of Medicine. I currently serve on the Student Government Leadership Committee, and I see this confirmation as a meaningful next step, not just to expand my involvement, but to represent students in a way that's informed, proactive, and compassionate. At my core, I value empathy, confidence, and kindness. These qualities aren't just part of who I am, but they guide the way that I lead, connect with others, and make decisions. I've come to understand that leadership isn't about personal recognition, but about uplifting the people you represent. As president of my high school's medical academy, I found that the most meaningful moments came from listening deeply, understanding others' perspectives, and helping their ideas take shape. I hope to bring that same inclusive and compassionate mindset into the Senate. I want to be a senator because I believe this role allows me to turn listening into action. In my time at UCF and within the College of Medicine, I've quickly noticed how deeply students care about improving their community, but don't always know where to start or who to turn to. Being a senator means being that bridge, someone who hears concerns and follows through. I want to use this position to help students feel that their voices matter and their experiences can help shape the future of our university. If confirmed, I plan to approach the student body with an empathetic and open mind. I believe in meeting students where they are and not waiting for them to come to us. I'd like to join either the ORS committee or the Student Body Advocacy Committee and continue outreach efforts, such as tabling outside dorms and student hubs to raise awareness about issues that affect student well-being, from housing conditions to mental health. I'd also like to survey students to learn what stressors impact them the most and what kinds of support would actually help, so we can collaborate with other branches of student government to help meet those needs.
To me, leadership is about showing up for people and making their concerns visible in rooms where decisions are made. I'm confident in my ability to balance this role alongside my coursework, and I'm ready to do it with consistency and integrity. If confirmed, I will be present and engaged within this chamber, work each day to gain a deeper understanding of our Senate rules and Constitution, maintain open and honest communication with the students within my college, my signed RSOs, and the dean of my college, and contribute meaningfully to the Senate through thoughtful legislation, committee participation, and student-focused advocacy. Thank you so much for your time and consideration, and I'd be honored to serve alongside you all.
All right, we are now in a period of question. Are there any questions for the candidate? Chair Varela.
Yeah, what motivated you to apply for Senate as an SGLCer instead of completing the program?
Okay, so honestly, like when I applied to UCF, I had no idea that I was even going to join student government. Like I got here and I was just like, I want to get involved in whatever way that I can. And like I said, I was president of my high school's medical academy. I wasn't in student government in high school. That was like sort of my leadership. So I was like, how can I get involved? I joined SGLC and was sort of like, I want to find my place and how I feel like I can make a difference. And since being in SGLC, I've just been very drawn to Senate and all of the committees because I will represent 1,000 students within my college and have hopefully RSOs that I find interesting, like different pre-med clubs that I can help them. And also I really like Senate because of like the time commitment. I'm a very like type A person. So knowing that I'll have committee meetings in Senate on Thursdays every single week, I feel like is very attainable for me and will just works for me perfectly.
Any other questions? Senator Rickett?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 2 questions, if I may.
You may.
My first question is, you're going to be representing a lot of the College of Medicine students. What are some of the biggest issues that you've seen or some of the things that you can improve on campus for the College of Medicine?
Okay, so I feel like stress is a big thing and just like advocating for students for extracurricular purposes. So a lot of students in the College of Medicine are looking to apply to medical school, graduate school. So making sure that they're getting like the proper MCAT resources and the proper resources for preparing to graduate school and all of that. And then I feel like I am a freshman. So like full transparency, like I haven't seen as many issues as I'm sure that some upperclassmen have. So I feel like communication is a really big thing. Like definitely like tabling, outreach to other students, talking to the other senator for the College of Medicine. And it definitely will be a learning curve at first because I haven't been here for that long, but I'm definitely willing to take that step. And I'm excited to see the difference that I can potentially make.
Okay, my follow-up question is, can you name some Senate responsibilities that you would have if you were to get the position?
Yeah, so I would have to meet with the dean of my college at least once per semester, and then I would have to maintain contact with whatever my assigned RSOs are on a semi-regular basis. I would also have to stand on at least 1 committee, but maximum of 3, and it can only be like 2 fiscal committees and 2 internal committees, and then obviously attending all of those meetings, attending Senate every week, and those are a few.
Any other questions for the candidate? Senator Escobar?
As a senator, what kind of legislation would you like to introduce or support during your term?
Okay, so I would definitely want to support like proclamations. I feel like having students be just like aware of different things that are going on is very important. Like I feel like coming here, everyone comes from a very different background, which is very interesting. And like some kids who I've met are very like involved in like just politics and things that are happening and others aren't. So I feel like contributing to that and making sure that students are aware of everything that's happening, as well as like I said, with student body advocacy and making sure that students are aware of problems that affect their everyday life that they might not even be aware of.
Any other questions? Senator Sohn?
I'd like to ask if you have a specific initiative in mind that you would like to work on in your time as senator.
Okay, so something that I've definitely noticed since getting here is molds in the dorms. So a lot of my friends have been getting like sick and then their dorms are like covered in mold. So I feel like tabling and some sort of like showing students how to know if there's mold, like how to test for it. And then also, I don't know if we could reach out to like the RAs or housing in order to fix that problem, but I feel like that's definitely one that I would like to look at.
Any other questions? Senator Lipner?
Motion to move to debate.
There's been a motion to move to debate. In a second, are there any objections? Seeing none, we're now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on the candidate? Oh, okay. Vice Chair Casimiro.
I will personally voting in favor of this candidate. She obviously did her research, and we also need more voices, especially for freshmen. With that mold situation, I'm an RA, so we can talk about that. Okay.
Any other pieces of debate? Senator Matthews?
So as a member of ENA, I've been able to hear from this candidate twice. And let me just say her speech was even better the second time. She's an amazing candidate. And just to see the pipeline from SGLC to Senate is amazing. Not even finishing the program, and she's already has such a heavy interest in Senate. And she knows so much about it. You can hear from her speech and during questioning. So I encourage everyone to vote in favor.
Is there any other debate on the candidate? Yes.
Go College of Medicine. Yeah, I'm in favor of this candidate. She sounds very educated and excited. So, yeah.
All right, with 3 in affirmation, are there any indication? Seeing none, is there a motion? Oh, Vice Chair Trevor Hernandez.
Move to vote.
There's a motion to move to vote. In a second, we're now in voting procedures. With a vote count of 36 to 2 to 1, Madeline Phillips, you are officially the College of Medicine seat 2. Oh yeah, please follow the Chief Justice. Oh, I'm so sorry. The Attorney General. Please follow the Attorney General, and a justice will be in the office to swear you in. All right. Internal legislation, notice of legislation on first reading, bills, internal bill 5717, I hereby remand to ENA. Okay. Internal bill 5718, I hereby remand to ORS. Resolution 5709, I hereby remand to LGR. Proclamations 5713, I hereby remand to SBA. Notice of legislation on third reading, internal bill 5715. Updates to Title III, records of dean meetings. Senator Escobar, you have 5 minutes whenever you're ready.
Yeah, so again, what this bill does is basically require the external legislative assistant to keep a record not only of the dean meeting minutes, but of college initiatives, so that future senators within that college have records to look back on previous initiatives from that college to form or improve upon initiatives within their college. I yield.
All right, are there any questions on the bill?
Please make sure to be quiet in the back.
These are
Thank you.
In relation to how these should be kept, these records, is there a specific format that is in mind, or is it just on a docs or to be shared within the teams? I just wanted to ask.
Yeah, so it doesn't specify within the legislation, but usually when we maintain records, it's either on the website or within our team's channel.
Any other questions? All right, seeing none, we're now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on this bill? Senator Lipner?
Motion to see my amendment.
There's been a motion to see Senator Lipner's amendment. In a second, you have 2 minutes whenever you're ready.
So I could be reading this wrong, but as far as I see it, the title for 304.5A1A is the Eternal Legislative Assistant shall. So repeating it in 3A, where I'm changing it, may not be necessary. I could see both arguments because it's not necessarily the subheading underneath the External Legislative Assistant shall, but it reads easier in this way in my mind, and I'd love to hear your thoughts.
All right, we're now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions on the amendment? Okay, seeing none, we are now in a period of debate. Is there any debate on the amendment? Seeing none, we are now in a period of voting. All right, with a vote count of 35 to 2 to 1, this amendment does pass. All right, we are now back in debate on the bill entirely. Starting debate, Chair Varela.
May I retain?
You may.
Awesome. Yeah, I think this bill is a great idea. The deans are here for long periods of time and we are not. So it is really useful to kind of know what past senators have worked on, because I've been in meetings with deans where it's like, yeah, we've heard that like 2 years ago, and we get the same answer we got 2 years ago. So I think it's really good for our own images and our own professionalism to have those records. With vote.
All right, there has been a motion to vote. In a second, we are now in voting procedures. All right, with a vote count of 37 to 0 to 1, Internal Bill 5715 passes third reading. No clap. Sorry, guys, we clap after everything else. It's only polite. Okay, notice of legislation on second reading bills, Internal Bill 5716. This is by Chair Chow. Vice Chair Roher Kase, are you taking this up, or has anyone else been asked to take up this bill?
I was not made aware of what Chair Chow really wanted me to focus on with this bill.
Is there, Senator Smith?
Motion to postpone this bill until the next meeting.
There's been a motion to postpone Internal Bill 5716.
Second.
In a second, we will be seeing that next meeting. All right, proclamations, Proclamation 5711, proclamation recognizing the month of November as National Veterans and Military Families Month by Senator Matthews. Chair Tedeschi.
Motion to see Proclamation 5711 and 12 as a block.
There's been a motion to see Proclamation 5711 and 5712 as a block. In a second. All right, we'll see them as a block. Senator Matthews, whenever you're ready.
Hello, Senate. These two proclamations concern the important months and days that serve to honor veterans that have fought to serve our country and their families who support them during this time. Veterans Day serves to show appreciation to all veterans who have served our country and have dedicated their lives to this country. Currently at the University of Central Florida, there's 1,289 student veterans that study here, as well as the University of Central Florida is home to many of these organizations that work to support student veterans, such as the Military and Veteran Student Success Center. They will be hosting many events throughout the month of November. These are listed in both proclamations, and I encourage everyone to attend. I yield the rest of my time.
All right, we're now in a period of questioning. Are there any questions for the author? Seeing none, we're now in a period of debate. Senator Rickett?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I just wanted to let everybody know that, us at the MVC, we're really, really proud of our veterans, and those are the dependents of veterans, of those who serve the country. As many of you may know, I served myself in the United States Navy and the United States Army. I'm deployed under the global war on terror, and I think this would be a great proclamation to put forward. Thank you.
Is there any other debate on the set of proclamations? Senator Zidane?
Hello, yes. I've said this before, but my grandpa is a veteran. He was in the Navy, and I think it's very important to support our veterans, and I will be urging the body to vote in favor.
Is there any other debate? Seeing none, we're now in a period of voting.
Present and voting.
With a vote count of 36 to 0 to 2, proclamations 5711 and 5712 pass. Senator Phillips, could you say that again?
Present and voting.
All right, Senator Phillips, President voted, so noted at 8:39 p.m. All right, Senate Forum, Senator Matthews.
Hi, everyone. So I'm going to talk about Nightthon really quickly, but these past 3 days, Nightthon has raised $80,000, and student government as a whole, as Speaker Courts mentioned, raised $1,350. I also just want to thank everyone who came out to pie an SG agent on Tuesday. I really, really appreciate it, whether you were getting pied or whether you were pieing people. I'm so proud of all the SGLCs who also participated. Through a marketing committee, they made signs, they walked around the student union to raise money, and also SGLC on Wednesday hosted a bake sale to raise money. They also got second place in the volleyball tournament, so that's super big. Also, during the event, we raised $90 in cash alone. That's not counting money to the donor drives. And this is really, really big for student government. So if you guys have not registered on Donor Drive, I really encourage you to find me or Senator Lem. We're both in Nighthon. We both love talking about it. But yeah, I'm just really proud of everyone. Thank you guys so much for all your contributions this week.
Shout out to our SGLCers. Amazing work. And thank you so much. We can clap. We can clap. Senator Lipner.
Yeah, I just wanted to raise the question about outside versus inside funding. I know this was something that was kind of mentioned with my amendment that was withdrawn, but I guess I understand the title to be different than the D leg, and I would love to hear everyone's thoughts. As far as I understand, when we see dues under outside funding for 813.5 under Title 8, it's referring to dues coming from a parent organization and not necessarily from the individual organization themselves. But I would love to hear your thoughts on this and have a more wide conversation about this in the future.
All right, Senator Escobar.
Good evening, Senate. Thank you everyone again for the support when I was able to speak at the Orange County Legislative Delegation. It was a few hours before I got to speak, but I also got to hear from community members who were voicing their concerns, and I just wanted to relay those to the senators here. So most of the most prominent issues voiced to the legislative delegation, which, if you don't know what it is, it's where all the state legislators who represent Orange County convene to hear from members. So community members voiced their concerns about healthcare, environmental sustainability, mental health, voting rights, and also affordable housing. So just to keep those issues in mind. Thank you.
All right. Senate deliberations. Senator Rickett.
Oh, I had an announcement for Senator Fromm.
All right.
Okay. My first piece of news is I actually applied recently as a chairman of the MVC to be one of the members of the Mayor's Veterans Advisory Council for the City of Orlando. We can all clap up for that. Okay. Thank you, everyone. No news yet, but I'll let you know how that goes. My second piece of news is I actually signed up under the MVC for the Toys for Tot drive. So if you see a huge box and it's for the kids, please feel free to donate. And that should be coming in the next coming days. And my last piece of news is we have our Veterans Parade Walk on November 8th. Ms. Nisa's from the MVSS office has encouraged each and every single one of you to come out and show your support. And if you want to be part of the parade, just go ahead and let her know. Thank you.
All right. These are Capinos.
May I direct a question to Senator Rickett?
You may.
For the parade, where is that happening at?
It's going to be happening in Lake Nona. If any of you are interested, just please give me an email and I can actually send the flyer out to you, and then we can get you coordinated with Ms. Nisa at the Military Veteran Success Office.
All right. Senate deliberations. Is anyone wishing to deliberate? All right. Seeing none. Advisors report. Shane. Great. Any questions for Shane? Oh, Chair Varela.
Sorry, do we know like a general date/month when the new person will take over your role?
I have a meeting tomorrow with talent, and so we'll go through that process. The goal was I was hoping for the position to actually have posted this week, but being that meeting got pushed off till tomorrow, it likely will post sometime next week. Once it posts, it'll be open for about 2 weeks. And then we will go through that process. Unfortunately, with the Thanksgiving break, that may put a little bit of an interesting timing of it, but I would love to have identified a candidate as quickly as the first week in December and hopefully have them on before we go on winter break. So we can do a little bit of training and then start full force in January.
Any other questions for Shane? All right, seeing none. Miscellaneous business resignations. I hereby resign Senator D from CRT. I hereby resign Senator Rickett from ICTC. Appointments. I hereby appoint Senator Malik to LJR. I hereby appoint Senator Phillips and Senator D to ORS. Okay, Senator shoutouts. Does anyone have a shout out? Senator Matthews.
Okay, I have two. I want to shout out our new senator. Congratulations. And then we were going to do this last week, but I want to shout out Halima from all of SLC. We love you so much, and you made our year last year.
So shout out to everyone who did all the tabling this week. Shout out hospitality for being there the whole time, doing really great work. Shout out Senator Matthews. She's been really helping me. You know, we've been doing this event and stuff, and for doing the whole pie and SG agent. I think that was really cool. Even though I got the shaving cream all over my eye, it was burning real bad. But you know what? It was for a good cause. And yeah, that's it.
Chair Varela.
Yeah, I have a few shout outs. First off, again, shout out Senator Escobar, Orange County delegation. It's still incredible. It's super, super intimidating to go out there, but you were represented us very well. Shout out to Vice Chair Perez for all of her tabling this week. She's been tabling every day. She's the queen of tabling. It is so impressive. I think my voice would explode if I did that. So good for her. And finally, shout out to SGLCers in the back. I always love seeing when people stay the whole time. Makes me very proud. That was me like 2 years ago. So I'm very happy to see my legacy go on.
That was JC 2 years ago. Trejo Hernandez.
I have a couple. Perez, we tabled yesterday at HSA together. She told me to sit me the whole week. I said, oh my God, get some rest. Shout out Peter and I for chairing a meeting with our chair. We are without chairs, guys, and having to do our duties. I forgot my other one. Wait, shout out for the AG. Always here.
Senator Lipner.
I have to give a big shout out to the Big B, Senator Vinesh, who has done an incredible job as chair of the LGBTQ caucus with the Queer Market Day. If you guys came out, there was amazing turnout. There was amazing vendors. It was just an all-around great day. So big shout out to them.
Senator Smith.
I have a few. Shout out hospitality. Shout out Chair Total Rescue for letting me pie her and also tabling. Shout out Chair Rose also for letting me pie him. Shout out Victoria because she makes Black Caucus so much fun and so much easier. It's not hard. It's just smooth. Okay, anyways. So who else? Shout out CCIE. Shout out Bobby. And that's my shout outs.
Robert Kase.
Yeah, shout out to ENA because I was super nervous chairing the meeting today, but y'all went pretty easy on me, so I appreciate that. And also shout out to Deezer Capinos for taking the minutes. He did a great job.
Chair Renda.
Shout out Rickett. I was at the library really late and he gave me the pep talk I needed, so thank you.
Chair Hernandez.
I forgot that since the chair's not here, shout out LJR. We're +1 this week, guys. Next week. Yay.
Any other shout outs? Chair Tedeschi.
Guys, shout out Jason. Look at all the hard work he's doing up there. Shout out to D-Leg and Anthony because they're just, chilling up there. But yeah, he's doing a great job. So it's like we clapping it up for Jason or like
Ryan did not want to handshake me. Perez.
I'm going to shout out Senator Matthews because I needed to interview somebody for a class and she offered up her uncle to me. So I interviewed her uncle. So thank you to Senator Matthews and also Richard.
Okay, thank you, Richard Matthews. Yes.
I want to shout out Chair Rose because he actually wasn't supposed to be pied, but he got pied so many times still. So I appreciate it, even though you had class after. Thank you. The kids appreciate it.
Yeah, Sam was getting pied for the love of the game. Bro wasn't even signed up. So his just I don't know where his donations went. I think just to SG. But it was crazy. Chair Varela.
Yeah, more about the pieing. Shout out to whoever priced those pies at $1 per pie. I've been yapping this all week. That's a crazy price to pie somebody. And it really cornered the market because market rate is $5 per pie. It really got more pies, so than other institutions. It's really impressive.
I saw someone else doing pie someone for $3 a pie. That was inflation hit 2 days later. Senator Leon.
Do we know exactly how much money we made yesterday from pieing?
99 or not, almost around 90 in cash, and the rest of it went to the SG team, but it was also during matching, so it was like double that amount. But yeah.
That's a lot of pies.
Any other shout outs? These are Capinos.
I would like to shout out Senator Owella. You have been an incredible help in setting up our online mode of bonding. I know that you've put many, many hours into working on all the things that go into it, as well as the Sergeant of Arms. I know that you guys have been a big help with my events and stuff. And so I just wanted you guys to feel recognized for everything that you do that other people haven't gotten a chance to see. But the reason that we've been able to have this is because of him. So I just want to clap it up for him because it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work you don't see. So I'm just very proud, and I'm proud of my pickleball partner. We haven't lost a game. So,
Senator Lipner.
I have to shout out CRT. I forgot to do it in my first one, but y'all have been killing it this past few meetings. We've had some really great debates, some really great conversations, and I've gotten some funding to some awesome people. So that's awesome.
Senator Green.
Shout out to ORS. Last week, or last Friday rather, we had like this really big VPF that we had to review. And we all like divided it on like who was reviewing what on the VPF, and we all collaborated so well. I was very happy.
Yay. Senator Escobar.
Shout out Deezer Capinos and all the caucus chairs. I know event planning can be like really stressful sometimes, so shout out to y'all.
Any other shout outs? Oh, these are Capinos.
Thank you. And I also wanted to shout out for everyone that came to the movie night event. I hope that you guys had a great time and got to see our space transformed in a new light. And I hope that you like K-pop Demon Hunters. It was very fun.
Senator Green.
Another ORS related shout out. Shout out to Vice Chair Casimiro for winning his election as vice chair.
Any other shout outs? Chair Hernandez.
Last one, I promise. Shout out ORS and Chair Rose, 2 new members this week. For those who know, last session ORS was very tiny, and I just love seeing the internal committees being full. ORS's honorary internal can't say otherwise.
All right. Any others? Because now I'm going to go. Okay. Obviously, shout out you guys. I love coming to Senate every week. Shout out to all the committees for doing amazing on all your initiatives. I've really noticed that throughout the session, everyone's really progressing like through everything they want to do, no matter if it's a committee or just a senator. That's really amazing to see, at least from my perspective. Obviously, shout out to the 2 deputies. I can't like quantify how much work they actually do that you guys don't see, but it's like a lot. Like I honestly, like they are both such amazing people to have. And shout out to Shane. Shane does such amazing work for us. Obviously, shout out to the AG. Shout out to everyone who tabled this week. Shout out to Mila because we both got pied a lot. Yay. And that's it. All right. Hamid's perfectly profound and powerfully precious, professional, priceless, prosperous, polite pajamas. That was a lot. This is a little too much dip on the chip. We gotta take some dip off. Guys, I'm sorry. Jimmy got me to start saying that. But we gotta take some dip off. I feel like it's so like it's a little too much, but you know what? I'll give it a 7. I was thinking about a 6. Oh, guys, that wasn't even like meant to be a joke. I was really thinking that. Anyway, Mr. Bonaventure, would you like to do the ranking today? I didn't ask you beforehand. You can say no.
Sure.
You got that? Okay, Ryan. Oh, what? Okay, so I guess Jimmy, do you want to do it? Honorable mention, 3rd, 2nd, 1st.
Sure. So I start with honorable mention.
Yes, you do.
Okay. I will start with the honorable mention of our newest senator. I think you have a great outfit, very professional. So welcome to the team. Glad to have you. As for 3rd, I see a couple suits, a couple good drips. I want to shout out I want to shout out Gabe for there. I like it. I like the collar. I like the collar. What, you want to do a little spin? That's yeah. Very nice. Very nice. I like spin. Oh wow, I can't believe you do this every meeting. This is so hard. I think Senator Piasong. Yeah, second. Yeah, I like the outfit with the little coat over. Very nice. And for first place, I would say Senator Hussein. I like. Look at this. Look at it. It's very nice. Very. If you could do the spin, if you feel comfortable. I like the brown suit. Very nice. Looking dressed up. But yeah, you guys always dress very well. So I like all of your outfits.
So now if you guys have complaints about the ranking for today, you got to go to the dessert. All right. We're now at the end. I'm going to choose someone random. Senator Candeloro.
Motion to adjourn pending final roll call.
There's been a motion to adjourn pending final roll call. And a second. All right. Vice Chair Trey Hernandez.
Luke Paul,
Present.
Anna Reed, Olivia Smith,
Present.
Gabriel Crismiro,
Present.
Eric Hallis, Issa Riza, James Capinos,
Present.
JC Lim,
Present.
Stone,
Present.
oh, here, Sheree Jane,
Present.
Owen Sherman,
Present.
Janae Smith,
Present.
Arshad Ali, Melva D, Izzy Malik, Data Harrella,
You.
Jason Hamid,
Present.
Ryan Kaufman,
Present.
Nicholas Lucht,
Present.
Jordan Metellus, Derek McNulty, Peter Bahase,
Present.
Grace Rudy, wait, Sammy Rose,
Present.
Hiba Ali Karik,
Present.
Terry Fawcett,
Present.
Nathan Arquette,
Present.
Zachary Gaudio, Kushi Chauhan, Bobby Escobar,
Present.
Sachi Mike Dia,
Present.
Russ Rodriguez, Katrina Rawanjan, Hashim Hassim,
Present.
Madeline Phillips,
Present.
Corson Green,
Present.
Diana Nguyen,
Present.
Anthony Bonaventure,
Present.
Veronica Perez,
Present.
Halima Okuda,
Present.
Alba Nash, Justin Condario,
Present.
Kirsten Quartz, Victoria Jones,
Present.
Angelique Leon,
Present.
Abby Matthews,
Present.
Isabel McRae,
Present.
Spurthy Archibaldreva, Karen Randa,
Present.
Mary Colony, Mary Simmons,
Present.
Mariah Simmons,
Present.
Mila Tareski,
Oh, sorry, Present.
Juan Varela,
Present.
Julia Zibin,
Present.
Jordan Libner,
Present.
39 out of 39. 4 minutes.
All right. I now adjourn this meeting at 8:58 p.m.